should be live on Facebook right now. It says it's starting. Hi Facebook, hi Outrivals. Just gonna get this Instagram live going. Hi Outrivals. Happy Thursday evening, everyone. Thank you to everyone who's joining me today for this beautiful Thursday flow. Some great news. I am back in London officially. I made the journey over this weekend from Houston, Texas, back to my home in London. So I'm coming to you from my flat today and in London. Hi everyone who just joined. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Thursday evening in London for a beautiful twisty flow today. We'll go ahead and get started. Hi Larissa. Hi Matt. Thanks for joining in today. For everyone just joining, exciting announcement. I'm back in London. I'm in my flat today. I made the journey over from Texas on Sunday, and I'm so happy to be back and enjoying the beautiful weather and sunshine here. Oh, okay. Well, hope you enjoyed the class later. Mwah. Thanks for joining in and saying hi. It means so much, Larissa. Before we get started in a few minutes, thanks, Larissa. So happy to be back in London in the same time zone as everybody. Before we get started, if you want to go ahead and grab a towel. So since I'm back in London, I've got my personal blocks and yoga strap with me, but if you don't have that available to you, I want you to go ahead and grab your trusty towel, which I've been telling you to do for a couple weeks just to help you get a little bit deeper into some poses. It can be a little long towel, doesn't have to be too big, but that should help you if that's available. Or if you want something similar to a block, go ahead, grab a textbook. Maybe you've got a little carton of beer that's in a box shape that you can use whatever you think you can. And then if you also want to grab a pillow to kind of rest in our Shavasana today, resembling a bolster, you're welcome to do that. We're going to go ahead and get started in a minute. Let me know if you have any questions, and a few announcements, just like I always say every week. Please check our website if you are interested in renting equipment from Outrivals, if that's something that's of interest to you, dumbbells, barbells. Go ahead and check out our website. And then let me know if there's anything specific you want to work on. This video will be available on Facebook, on the We Are Outrivals page, and also on our Instagram TV. So check it out later if you need to, or if you want to do it again, or if you can't stay the whole time in class, that's okay. It will be available to you for as long as you want. We're going to go ahead and get started in a seated position today. So come to sit in the middle of your mat. I'm going to go back here. I'll check up on you guys in a little bit. I'll keep coming back and forth to see if anyone's written in about anything. We'll go ahead and get some music started. Thanks for joining, everybody. Come to a seated position on your mat, settling yourself in, rooting down through the sit bones, crossing the legs. Options for the hands, you can take them at your ankles, close to the body, just resting one palm on top of the other. Or you're welcome to take palms up on your knees, big thumb and index finger touch. Or one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. The option is yours today. It is up to you what you want to do. And then close the eyes, settling into your natural breath. So rooting down through those sit bones, working those knees towards the floor, and feeling a lift through the belly, the spine, up to the shoulders, rolling the shoulders up to the ears, down your back, feeling that beautiful energy reach through the crown of the head up to the sky and your ceiling. Breathing in through the nose, deep sigh out of the mouth. Whatever you were thinking about before class, just let it go. This hour, 45 minutes is for you to breathe and just be on your mat. Setting the tone and pace for your practice. Take a full breath in. Big sigh out. Letting go of all that tension you are holding Thursday. On your next inhale, breathing through the nose, feeling that belly lift, ribs expand, chest lift. On your exhale, begin to seal the lips, pressing the breath out of the nose, sending that breath back down your chest, your ribs, and then your belly. As you keep with that breath through your practice, coming into either an intention or affirmation for your practice today. Don't make it too difficult. What is the first thing or positive affirmation you wish for your practice? My personal affirmation today is choosing to leave all my worries off my mat and realizing that I am choosing to be positive and to give myself that positivity through my practice. Letting any of my anxieties just flutter away, acknowledging them but fluttering them away. Realizing I am worthy of that positivity and that light for this next 45 minutes. Taking one more breath in your seated position, just like this, in your stillness. Wherever your hands are on your exhale, take them to your knees, beginning to circle the head in one direction, slow and controlled. Feeling the opening of the back of the neck, the shoulders, and then send the head back in the opposite direction. Keep the breath going. And slowly coming back through center, taking the right hand to the left side of your face, drawing that left shoulder down as we extend the crown of the head over to the right side, feeling that side neck stretch in the left side. Full breath. Exhale, releasing the hand and just letting the chin drop to your chest as you send your head over to the left. Your left hand takes the side of the right face and find that gentle stretch in the right side. Right shoulder comes down. Keep that lift through the upper body. Full breath. Exhale, bringing that chin to chest, interlacing the fingers behind the neck, drawing the elbows towards the face. As we shake the head, opening up the back of the neck. Keep the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Releasing those hands back by our side. Right hand comes by our side. Our left arm reaches up and overhead. Take that side body stretch as your fingertips reach over to the right. Take the gaze under the armpit towards the ceiling. Breathe it in. Exhale, slowly coming back through center, switching sides. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up and over. Take that side body stretch on the right. Breathe. Exhale, coming back through center. Taking the hands in front of our knees, tabletop position. Shoulders are stacked over your wrists, hips are over your knees, and take that free flow movement I loved so much. So begin to send the hips down to the heels, rounding the spine, taking whatever movement feels good. Maybe you tuck your toes here. Sending the hips down, taking them back, shaking the head yes, shaking the head no. And then maybe you get your wrist stretches here, turning those fingertips towards the body, tuck the toes, send the hips back, and then shift the weight forward and back as you open up those wrists. You can move through cat-cows here if you want something a little bit more structured. Next, wrist stretch coming onto the tops of the hands, palms face up, fingertips pointing towards each other as you sway side to side. Everyone take 3 more breaths on your own. Try to keep the eyes closed. On your final exhale, coming back through center, tucking those toes, sending those hips back. We're going straight into our downward facing dog. Sending those hips high, pressing firmly into the hands and beginning to walk your dog out. Maybe this is or isn't your first down dog of the day, but no matter if it is or isn't, just begin to walk your dog out, lifting one heel, lowering the other, switching sides, opening up the back, the legs, the body, and of course, keep the breath going. You got this. Maybe you lift the heels and then drop them over to the left. This should feel really great in the right side body, and then sending them back through center, dropping them over to the right, feeling that stretch now in the left. Taking one more beautiful breath in your movement before finding the stillness in your downward facing dog. Pressing firmly into the hands, arms are straight, spine is flat as you reach those sit bones and that bum high to the sky. Working those heels towards the floor. Now remembering, if your spine isn't flat, you can bend deep into those knees as much as you need to here. That is all right. Relax the neck, release any of that tension. Take a full breath in. Exhale it out, let it go. Pressing firmly into that left hand. Reach that right hand back to catch the back of that left ankle. We're getting a little twist here. I said it's a lot of twists today. Take the gaze under that left armpit as you twist the torso towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, send that right hand back, switching sides. Grab down through that right hand. Left hand reaches for that right ankle. Same thing here. Can you twist the upper body towards the right, towards the ceiling? Breathe it in. Exhale, return that left hand to the mat. Look between the hands and begin to tiptoe yourself to the top of the mat. Can you keep your heels lifted here? How slow can you go? This should really open up the back of the legs. This should feel really good. Once you reach the top, feet come hip width distance. Lower those heels down. Hands catch opposite elbows and begin to sway in your ragdoll. Bending deep into the knees, hinging from the hips, relaxing that upper body over the legs as you release the crown of the head towards the floor. Begin to sway side to side, opening up the body, and of course, breathe. Noticing your weight distribution, shifting the weight towards the toes if you're hanging out of your heels. You may feel as if you're going to fall over, but you won't, I promise. On your next inhale, interlacing the fingers behind the neck, drawing those elbows towards each other, and just use that connection to hinge yourself a little bit further over the legs in the lower body. You can keep that movement going. You got it, everybody. Breathe. On your next exhale, releasing the hands down to the mat. Getting a halfway lift here, so heel toe your feet together. Spine is flat, legs are long. For the first one, let's take our fingertips to our shins. Everyone get a breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, melt it down. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. If you have that flat spine, you can take your fingertips in front of the toes, you're welcome to. Exhale, hands come by the sides of our feet, melt it down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, root to rise, slight bend in the knees, take the arms up and overhead. Gaze comes between the fingertips. Exhale, hands by behind the back. Inhale, draw that fist down, puff the chest open, get a little back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips, send that fist up and overhead, forward fold. Inhale, hands come down, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. You're stepping your left foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, easy twist. Extend that right arm high to the sky. Exhale, horizon lunge. We're dropping the hips, reaching that arm back, coming to the outside blades of the feet. You should feel this in your right hip. Inhale, come back through easy twist. Your right hand comes to the inside of that right foot. Shimmy that right foot to the outside edge of the mat. Keeping that left knee lifted, you're either staying on your hands or coming onto the forearms for your lizard. It's a little early, but it should feel really good in your hips. We're going to get them open today. Shift that weight forward and back. Breathe. Final inhale. Exhale, coming onto the hands, stepping that right foot back, high plank. Take a breath in, inhale. On your exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin, lift that tailbone to the sky. Slithering yourself through, elbows hug to the ribs. Lift your chest, baby cobra. Use those lower back muscles. Exhale, straighten those arms, press it back onto the knees, tuck your toes. Hike those hips high, downward facing dog. You got this. Beautiful, everyone. I see you, I hear you, I feel your energy through the phone and my computer. You're all doing great. Inhale. Exhale the breath. Inhale, look between the hands. And this time I want you to again tiptoe to the top of the mat. We're opening up the body, opening up the legs. Keep those heels lifted as much as you can. Exhale, lower the heels down. Fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Send those arms up and overhead. Exhale, bind the hands behind the back again. Inhale, draw the fist down, puff the chest open, go a little bit deeper each time. Exhale, melt it down, fist comes up overhead. Uttanasana. Release those hands down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale this time. You're stepping your right foot back. Low lunge. Inhale, left arm reaches high to the sky, easy twist. Exhale, horizon lunge. Reach that left arm back, spin to the outside blades of the feet. Inhale, come back through center, easy twist. This time, left hand comes to the inside of the left foot. Shimmy that left foot to the side of the mat, keeping that right knee lifted. Either stay on the hands or come to the forearms. If you want to take a block here, you're welcome to. And begin to shift the weight forward and back. Let go of any of the tension. Keep the breath. Coming back onto the hands. Stepping that left foot back. High plank. Take an inhale. And either lowering the knees, move through baby cobra, letting go of any ego we're holding onto, or shift the weight to the tiptoes, lowering halfway down, chaturanga dandasana, hug the belly in, flip onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog, knees and thighs are lifted off the mat here, let that heart shine. Maybe you look over that right shoulder, and then look over that left shoulder. I always get a nice little back crack there, and then roll over those toes, downward facing dog. Breathe in, everyone. Exhale it out. Beautiful. Lowering the knees down to the mat. Take those knees wide. Child's pose. Few breaths. Melting those hips down to the heels. Extending those fingertips forward as much as possible. And then resting that forehead on the mat. Shimmying the forehead side to side. Hi, Lauren. I'm so glad you're here. Keep that forehead going, shimmying side to side, grounding your affirmation and your intention into the ground, into your mat to carry with you through your practice. One more breath. Exhale, slowly coming back onto the hands and knees, tabletop position, tuck the toes, send those hips back, downward facing dog. Breathe, everyone. Inhale. Exhale, big sigh out of the day. Just let your day go. Let your worries and your tensions just all release. So it's just you and your mat and your breath, and maybe you give yourself a little smile. Smiles always make me feel better. Turn my mood around. On your next inhale, reach that right leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. Toes are pointed down, heel is up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. You're stacking the hips here, drawing that right heel towards your bum as you reach that right knee high to the sky.
Draw that right shoulder down in line with your left. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale, draw the knee to nose. Shift that weight forward. Hold. Look between the hands. Slowly step that right foot between the hands. You're grounding yourself down, setting yourself up before you inhale, rise, high crescent lunge. Your left heel is lifted over your toes. Keep sinking deep into that right knee. Full inhale. Exhale, hands come heart center. Inhale, shoulders roll up and down the back. And we're twisting to the right. So your left elbow is going to hook to the outside of your right knee. Press into those hands and use that connection to press into the knee and broaden the chest. You're turning your torso towards the right. And then maybe you take the gaze over your right shoulder. You're zipping those thighs here. Everything is strong and active. Inhale. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, you're slowly rising. Keeping that twist, we extend the arms out. Your right arm reaches back, left arm forward. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, pivoting open to our warrior two. Opening to the left side of the room. We sink deep into that right knee. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Reach yourself forward, Trikonasana triangle pose. You're taking the outside of that right hand to the inside of that left shin. Reach that left arm up. And if you need to, you can draw that left hip in a little bit if you feel a little bit of strain there. But you want to imagine you're in between two panes of glass. Find a lift through that upper body so we're not just hanging out. Breathe it in. Exhale, dropping that left hand down, right hand. Each frame your right leg and foot. Extended pyramid. Both legs are straight. We come onto the tiptoes of our left foot. Left heel is lifted. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, melt it down. Working our forehead towards our right knee. Dropping that left hip in line with the right. Inhale. Exhale, maybe go a little deeper. Inhale, look at the top of the mat. I want you to bend that left knee and you're bringing your left foot up to meet your right. Immediately come into your Utkatasana chair pose. So slight gap in the heels, big toes touch. Sink deep. Reach those arms forward. Now look down. Can you see your toes? If not, I want you to shift that weight into the heels. Reach the arms up. Draw the belly in, relax your shoulders. So much always happens in Utkatasana. It's everyone's favorite pose. Full breath. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, shoulders roll up and down the back, and we're twisting again to the right. So your left elbow hooks to the outside of that right knee. Press into the hands. Look over the shoulder as you broaden your chest. Now, draw that left knee in line with the right. Breathe it in. Maybe you take a side curve here if that's in your practice. Planting both hands, creating a shelf for yourself as you lift yourself up into your side plank. If that's not in your practice, stay in the twist. Inhale, coming back through center Utkatasana. Exhale, melt it down, forward fold, heel to those feet, hip width distance, Padangusthasana. Peace fingers catch your big toes. Arms go straight and long. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, using that connection with the toes to hinge ourselves and pull our upper body over our lower body. Elbows go to the sides of the room. Crown of the head, reaching to the floor. And breathe. This is an active forward fold. Trying to shift that weight towards the front of the foot. Everyone keep breathing. You got this. Amazing job. Thank you to everyone who's joined. Happy Thursday. Keep that forward fold going. You got this. One more breath. Exhale, releasing the hands. Heel toeing those feet back together. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, lift the heels. Come to the tiptoes. Slowly begin to lower that bum down. onto your mat. Navasana boat pose. Summer's almost here. It's beautiful and sunny outside. We gotta work those abs, people. Full inhale as we reach those arms up. Exhale, take the hands and arms over to the right side. Inhale, back through center. Keep the lift in the spine and in the chest, working towards your thighs. Exhale, arms go over to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, take them to the right. You should feel your core and your abs really working here. Inhale up. Exhale, take it to the left. Inhale up. You can take it to the right, or maybe you take both legs wide. Arms go in between. Inhale. Through the middle. Exhale, maybe you do that again. Woo. Inhale, find length, find lift. Exhale, hug those knees into the chest. Send yourself back. Rocking up and down your mat. This should feel really beautiful on your spine. Take it as many times as you want, and then when you're ready, cross those feet, cross those ankles, plant the hands, downward facing dog. We will move through the left side. Come back into the breath. Slow your mind down as you prepare to inhale, lift that left leg high to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips, draw that left shoulder down. Reach that left knee up as you draw the heel towards your bum. Take one more inhale. Exhale, shift the weight forward, draw the left knee to nose, hold. Look between the hands, slowly step the foot in between the hands, top of the mat. Inhale, rise, high crescent lunge. We're sinking deep into that left knee, relax the shoulders here. You're on the big right toes, right heel is lifted over the toes. Inhale. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, shoulders roll up and down the back, and we're twisting to the left this time. So your right elbow is going to hook to the outside of that left knee. Zip up the thighs here. You're finding a lift through the pelvis and the bum. As you press into the hands, broaden that chest, take the gaze over that left shoulder. Your right heel is still lifted. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. On your inhale, you're slowly keeping the twist and rising up. Extend those arms out. Take the gaze to the back hand. Inhale. Exhale, open up. Warrior two. Hi, everyone. Sink deep into that left knee. Draw that left knee over towards your pinky toe. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Reach forward, Trikonasana. Reach out the right arm high to the sky. Back of the left hand comes the inside of the left shin. Imagine you're in between two panes of glass. Feel a lift through that top hand. Feeling a lift through the upper body. Exhale. Right hand comes to the mat. You're framing your left foot, keeping that wide stance in your extended pyramid. Find length halfway. Exhale, melt it down over that left leg. Remember to draw that right hip in line with the left. Release the neck, the head, working that forehead towards your left knee. Inhale, find a little bit of length. Exhale, go a little deeper. Inhale, look at the top of the mat. Begin to bend those knees as you push yourself forward. Utkatasana chair pose. Sink deep, reach those arms up. Inhale, find length. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, shoulders roll up and down the back, and we're twisting to the left. Again, right elbow hooks to the outside of that left knee. Draw that right knee back in line with the left. As you press into the hands, open up the chest, look over that left shoulder. Maybe you take your side crow here. So planting those hands by your side, creating a shelf in your left hip crease and on the outside of your left knee. Maybe that's in your practice. Maybe it's not. Stay wherever you need to be today. On your next inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, melt it down, forward fold, heel to the feet, hip width distance, Pada Hastasana. Palms of the hands come underneath the soles of the feet so your toes meet your wrist creases. Everyone get a halfway lift. Everyone just smile here. We're happy to be on our mats, happy to be moving today. And then exhale, melt it down. Elbows come to the sides of the room. Just open up the body. Maybe you bend one knee, then the other, before settling yourself in.
Beautiful job, everyone. Keep it going. If we were all together, I'd say, I can't hear your breath right now, but I'm going to pretend I can't, so you can remember, keep the breath going. Breathe in through the nose. Maybe you get a sigh out. Noises are welcome. When you're ready, releasing the hands from underneath the feet. Heel toeing those feet back together. Slight gap in the heels, big toes touch, come back. Utkatasana chair pose. Reach those arms up. You know where we're going. Lift the heels, come to the tiptoes. We're slowly lowering that bum back down. Coming back. Navasana boat. You know where we're going with this. Core, core, core. Inhale, final lift the chest. Exhale, bring the body down to a hover. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Now on your hover, I want you to stay. Look at your feet and begin to scissor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm right there with you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees into your chest. Begin to rock and roll up and down your mat. And when you're ready, crossing those ankles, planting those hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rounding yourself forward to your high plank and moving through your vinyasa of choice. So remembering either lowering the knees, baby cobra, or halfway down, hug the belly into the spine, lifting up, upward facing dog. Knees and thighs are lifted off the mat here, remember? And then we draw the chest, belly into the spine as we roll over the toes, down dog. Lowering the knees down to the mat. Getting a puppy pose, one of my favorite shoulder stretches. Hips are stacked over the knees here. You can either keep the toes tucked or untuck them. And then you work your upper body, I'm out of breath. Work your upper body down towards the mat. And options, if you want a deeper shoulder stretch, you can bring your shoulder, this is your chin to the mat, or your forehead, whatever feels good today. I'm right there with you guys. I'm a little out of breath today, and that's all right. It's so good to move with everybody, and then it's so good to breathe with everybody. So if you think you're out of breath, take a full inhale and a slow controlled exhale. Coming back into that intention, affirmation you set for yourself. Remembering mine of acknowledging my worries, but letting them go for this 45 minutes. And as I remember that affirmation, I'm going to give myself a little smile. Give myself some compassion and some self-love. Thank myself for my practice, and I hope you were doing the same. I hope you were thanking yourself for showing up, for being on your mat today, and putting yourself first. And I'm so happy we could all be here together, even through Instagram and Facebook. Take one more inhale. And on your exhale, slowly coming forward onto our belly. We come onto the forearms. Palms are planted into the mat. Sphinx, engaging the quads so the kneecaps lift off the mat. Legs are long on the mat. We press into those forearms and we lift up Sphinx, feeling a long line of energy from our belly button through the chest all the way to the crown of your head. Close your eyes and breathe.
Exhale, taking the gaze between the forearms. I want you to tuck the toes here. Engage the quads and the glutes so much that your knees are really lifted off the mat here. We're going to press into those forearms, draw the chest and belly into the spine as we lift our hips up. Forearm plank. Hold it here, press into those forearms. You should feel a dome in the shoulder blades. Full breath. Exhale, press into the hands, high plank. Hold it here, inhale. Exhale, lower it down, forearm plank. Inhale, press into the hands, high plank. Exhale, forearm plank. You got this. One more time. Inhale, take it to the hands, high plank. Hips go back, downward facing dog. Pedal feet out. Breathe. Inhale. We're walking our hands to meet our feet at the back of the mat. Heel, toe, the feet apart here. So much that the toes and the tops of the feet come off the mat. Turn the toes and the feet 45-degree angle as we sink deep Vinyasa squat at the back of the mat. Hands come heart center. Bum comes towards the floor. Now, if this is really intense for you, I want you to come a little bit higher, readjust yourself, maybe take your feet out a little wider, and then you rest those hands here. Matt, I know that's how you like to do it, and I'm sure you're getting so much more flexible, and I can't wait to meet back up with you and see it in person. But wherever you are, press those elbows into the knees, broaden the chest, close the eyes, breathe. If you want to take your binds, reach that right arm to the side, left arm extends up, and then maybe you can take a full bind, wrapping around your left leg, catching at the right, catching at the back of the right hip. If you have that connection, that bind, I want you to draw the fist further towards the floor so you can open up your chest a little bit more. Take the gaze over to the left. Slowly coming back through center, taking that left arm down, right arm up, and then maybe you wrap that left hand behind the back, right hand meets your left hand, take that bind. Slide that fist down. If you don't have this bind, this is where you can take your towel or your strap, and you would catch the strap back here. So you would hold onto the strap or the towel back here, and then you would get into that shoulder flexibility. If you don't want to take that today, it's up to you. Inhale. Exhale, slowly coming back through center. We're walking our hands out, high plank. Drawing the belly to spine, chest to shoulder blades. Take your inhale. And then exhale, lifting that right leg high. Well, kind of not high. Basically, your foot is in line with your bum here. Bring it to a lift, point your toe. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, draw the knee to nose, hold. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, knee to nose, hold. Inhale, take it back. This drill is really great if you eventually want to move into a one-legged chaturanga dandasana, which I'll show you what that looks like. Take it back one more time. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, take it back. Now what you would want to do, this is good training for eventually lowering halfway down and then coming into your upward facing dog. But right now we're staying there. Inhale. Exhale, drop that right knee in between the hands on the mat. Spin to the inside blade of that left foot. Lift the hips and that left arm extends up high, modified side plank. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes down. Take it back. High plank. Inhale, reach that left leg. Point the toe. Exhale, draw the knee to nose. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, take it back. One more time, knee to nose. Inhale, find length. Exhale, lower that left knee in between the hands. Spin to the inside blade of that right foot. Press into that left hand as we reach the right arm up. Modified Vashisthasana side plank. Take the gaze up. Open up your wings. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, hand comes down. High plank. Take your inhale. And then exhale, move through your vinyasa of choice. Amazing job, everybody. You're doing great.
Hi, Hope. Thanks for joining in. So happy you're here with me, practicing on this beautiful Thursday. You're doing great, everybody. Everyone meeting downward facing dog. On your next inhale, rounding yourself forwards back into your high plank. Lots of high planks today, sorry. And on your next exhale for a count of 5, we're lowering down to our bellies for 5, 4, keep those elbows hugged into the ribs, 3, 2, 1. You are on your mat, you are on your belly. Let the arms go by your side, palms face up. And just begin to wiggle yourself side to side. Maybe you bend your legs, sending your legs over to one side and then over to the other. Coming back into the breath. Resting your legs back into stillness on your mat. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Zip up the legs. Zip up the ankles and the feet. We inhale light pressure into the hands. We lift the chest, baby cobra. Exhale, lower it down. One more time, inhale, take the chest up. Breathe it in, maybe you close your eyes. Exhale, lower it down. Letting the hands and the arms go by our side. Wiggle those hips out. One inhale. Exhale, let it go. Taking that right arm extended out by our side. We're getting a little shoulder stretch here. So I want your hand, your right hand to be in line with your right shoulder. Take the left hand underneath your left shoulder. We're pressing into that left hand and then bringing our left side over the right side body. Bending that left knee, sending the left knee up to the sky. Getting into that right shoulder here. Relaxing the right side of the head onto the mat. Everyone breathe. If you feel you have a little bit more shoulder flexibility, I want you to reach that left arm, take the bind behind the back. And then take notice of where your arm is at. Sometimes your arm can be a little bit further down towards your body. I want you to make sure that it's really parallel in line with the top of the mat and the hand is in line with your shoulder. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, bringing that left leg back onto the mat. Right hand comes underneath the right shoulder as we extend that left arm out. Bending that right knee, taking the right foot behind the left leg. We're getting into that left shoulder. Option to take the right hand behind the back. Hi everyone, you're doing great. One more inhale. And on your exhale, bringing that right hand underneath the right shoulder, coming back onto the belly. Great job. Wiggling those hips out, bringing the right ear to the mat, or the opposite ear. If you had your right ear on the mat before, take your left ear this time. And when you're ready, rolling onto our backs in no fancy way. Just roll onto the back, super simple. And then hug those knees into the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze and hug. Curl up into a little ball, draw the forehead to the knees. And then lift the legs, slide the hands underneath the knees. Begin to rock and roll up and down your mat. Coming onto a seated position, turning around back to face you. Extending both legs out in front of us, Paschimottanasana. Now this is where you can take your yoga strap or your towel. I have my strap back in London, so I'm going to use it today. Taking it on the feet. I want you to shimmy your hips back, so we're hinging, shimmy your bum back, so we're hinging from the hips. Inhale, get a halfway lift. If you have the connection without the strap and you really don't want to use it, lift the arms up. And then exhale, catch the feet.
Hinge from the hips and then melt the forehead down. Avoiding a big rounding at the top of the spine. I want you to really hinge from those hips, trying to keep the top of the spine flat as possible. And then just let the neck go. Breathe. On each inhale, finding a little bit of length. And then exhale, melting it down, opening up the back of the legs. I tell my students in my classes, and I have been in these videos, that I have really tight hamstrings. Even yoga teachers, we've got our quirks, and I've always tried to work on getting them a little bit more flexible, and so this is one of my favorite poses. It does the trick. If you don't have a strap and you don't have the catch of the feet, I want you to bend deep into the knees. Hinge from those hips, get a flat spine, catch the outside edge of the feet, and then melt your chest towards the top of the thighs. Taking one more breath here. You have the strap, releasing it, letting it go. Walking those hands back up our legs to a seated position. Taking the soles of the feet together, Tirasana, long diamond pose. Your heels are further away from the body here as we reach the arms up, find that length. And then exhale, hands come underneath the ankles, catch the tops of the feet. Find a comfortable position. And then melt yourself down, forehead coming towards the heels. One more beautiful breath. And when you're ready, slowly coming back up through center, extending that left leg long, bringing the sole of your right foot to the inside of that left thigh. Janu-Sirsasana. Extend the arms up, reach it high as we draw that right hip in line with the left, squaring our hips off, and then reaching for that left foot. Same thing with the strap here. If you want to take the strap, that is available to you. If you don't have a strap and you don't have hold of the foot, I want you to bend to the knee and get a flat spine and work that chest towards the top of the thigh. Can you relax the head, let it go. If you want to get a little bit of a twist here, like I said, we were doing lots of twists today. You can take your right hand to the outside edge of that left foot. Take that left hand, take it off the mat, take it by your side, press into the side of the left foot, and I want you to spin your heart open towards the left side. Maybe you take the gaze over that left shoulder. If you have it a little bit deeper, you can take that left arm, wrap it around the body to meet your right hip crease, and breathe. This is a hamstring killer for me, but it's really great. Maybe you close the eyes, keep the inhales going, and then can you deepen the exhales. You have that bind, unravel yourself, walking the hands back up your left leg, drawing the right knee into your chest, give yourself a squeeze. And then extend that right leg down on your mat, hugging that left knee into your chest this time. Left sole of the foot comes to the inside of the right thigh. Janu-Sirsasana, draw that left hip in line with the right as we inhale, reach the arms up. Same options here. Exhale, melt it down, catching that right foot either with your strap or with your hands. Find length, and then melt it down. You want to take that twist. This time take the left hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Take the right hand out. Find a little bit of length. Lift the chest and twist. Gazing over that right shoulder. Maybe you take the bind behind the back. Right hand meeting that left hip crease. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly unraveling yourself back. Walking our arms up our right leg, hugging our left knee into our chest, give it a squeeze, and then sending the left leg down on your mat, drawing the knees into your chest, feet are hip width distance, we reach the arms out, find length in the upper body, and then exhale, draw the chin to chest, chest to spine, and use that core to lower yourself down, lower back, then your middle back, and then your upper back, giving yourself a squeeze, hug those knees into your chest, rocking side to side, massaging those muscles around the spine. Maybe you take hold of the knees, sending them in one direction, and then the other direction. Happy baby to end our practice. Catching hold of the outside edges of the feet. Soles of the feet are coming towards the ceiling. We bend deep into the knees, draw the knees down to the floor as we ground our sacrum and shoulders and the back of our heads into the mat. Slowly begin to sway side to side. Noticing how much more open your back of the legs, your hips feel after 45 minutes of practice. Maybe you can strain one leg and then strain the other, or maybe you can strain both. Just notice how this feels. You're doing great. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly drawing those knees back into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then lowering those knees over to the right side, getting a supine twist here. Reaching that left arm by your side as you take the gaze over to the left. Going deep into the stretch, deep into the twist. Grounding that left shoulder down. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bringing the knees back through center and dropping them over to the left. Reaching that right arm out, taking the gaze over to the right. Planting that right shoulder into the earth. Breathe. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, you're welcome to take eagle legs. This will get a little bit deeper of a twist in your spine. Whatever feels good to you. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly coming back through center. Giving ourselves one last big hug. Thanking ourselves for our practice. Drawing the forehead into your knees. Give yourself a big squeeze. Tell yourself, my practice was amazing. I'm so proud of myself for everything I did today. Thank yourself for showing up. Full inhale. And then exhale, just let it all go. Relaxing into your final pose, Shavasana. Letting the feet go wide. Arms rest by your side. Palms face up to the ceiling. Receiving new energy from your beautiful practice. Taking a full breath in through the nose, and then exhale, melting into your mat, releasing any tension from the jaw, shaking it out, and then just resting in your final pose, Shavasana. A well-deserved rest after a beautiful, hard practice. I hope. Slowly bringing awareness back into the body, wiggling your fingers,
toes. Getting a full body stretch here as you reach those arms up overhead, point the toes, and then slowly rolling over onto the right side, giving yourself a squeeze, resting on your right arm, your fetal position, symbolizing your reset button, resetting your day, resetting your week, both physically and mentally. When you're ready, planting the hands into the earth as you press yourself up to a seated position on your mat. Hands can go wherever they feel comfortable, either palms face up, heart center, on our lap, wherever you want today. Taking a full breath together as an Out Rivals community. We inhale that beautiful breath. And then exhale, sigh it all out. Doing that one more time. Full inhale. Exhale, biggest sigh out of the day. Let it all go. Bring your thumbs to our third eye center, hands together. Repeating our affirmation to ourselves. And then once you tell yourself your affirmation, tell yourself that you are proud of who you are today, you are proud of who you were yesterday, and you are proud of who you will be tomorrow. You are enough. And give yourself some self-love today. Give yourself a big squeeze, give yourself another hug. We all need hugs right now. And then bow your head and say namaste. Amazing job, everyone. Happy Thursday evening if you're in London. Happy lunchtime Thursday if you're in the US. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Loved having you here with me today to practice in my flat in London. I hope to see you next week. Let me know if you have any questions. You should be able to view this on the Instagram page. If you couldn't catch the whole practice today, or if you want to do it again, and it should also be on the Facebook page as well. See you next week. Please join me and stay safe and healthy, everybody. Enjoy the sunshine wherever you are, and sending love and hugs to all of you. Take care. Bye, everyone.